Good morning once again. My name is Apostle F.C. Balbison, the Senior Pastor of Glory House of Covenant Ministry, International, Makurdi, Benue State, Nigeria, and also the President, Women Arise and Support the Vulnerable Initiative. This morning, I urge you to give me a few minutes of your time to pray with you as I continue with the 21 tips for 2023 resolution to be achieved. And this morning we are on tip number 7, and the title for this tip is Good Communication. And I'd like to read the book of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 29, and I read, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace to the hearers." Now, what is communication? Communication is impacting or exchanging information, either by mouth, by words, by writing, or by any other medium like the internet or whatever you may mention according to your own culture and tradition. And so communication is something that we do on daily basis. There is no day you don't speak to people in your home. There is no day you don't speak to people in your place of work, on your street, in the car, at the car park, at the airport, wherever you are. And there is no day too that you may not write, that you don't write for those that are working. Some of us also, because of internet, we post a lot of things. And at this point, I want to say this, that everything you do matters a lot, because communication has to do with you, that is the sender, you that have initiated the communication, and then it also has to do with the receiver, that's the recipient of the information you have given. And there's also something involved between you, the sender, and the recipient, and that is the message itself. So communication does not just end with you that have initiated it. Communication has to do with the message you have given. It has to do with the understanding of your recipient. And also don't forget, whatever you say has a meaning to you, and the way you present the message could also give a different meaning to the hearers, including the person that you spoke to. And so whatever it is, let us believe and understand that the resolution we write to achieve in 2023 cannot just happen on its own, because no man lives in isolation. You need men to come through to you for you to have those resolutions met. If you're a believer, as you pray at this beginning of the year, God will not come down to give you that answers. God will pass through a man somewhere. And so whether you are not a Christian, whichever religion that you believe in, have it at the back of your mind that you must communicate with people, and everything you expect to get must always come from other people. And so in 2023, don't forget that bad communication can corrupt a good idea you had. The way you say the things you say have a lot of things to do with the understanding of the person you are speaking to, or the group of people you are speaking to. And so the way you say the things you say, and the choice of words that you use to say what you say, affects the understanding of the people listening to you, and so also your feedback will also be affected by it. And so in every communication that you are going to initiate in the year 2023, make sure that you speak grace out of your mouth. You are posting on the internet, please stop posting things of people that hate you. Stop bringing your family matters into the internet. So many times I go through the internet and I see the posts of people, and ordinarily you just understand people that are gossipers according to their posts. Now, let me remind you, it is not everyone that reads your post that reads it with the understanding of you, the writer. And to be very candid, there are so many people I used to really respect, but my constant reading their post on the internet have dropped the respect I had for them. There are so many ladies I know around me that I used to look at them as very responsible people. But when you go to the internet and see what they post, you can easily predict that they have a problem with their husbands. They have problems with their husbands' people. They have problems with neighbors, with people. And it's not supposed to be like that. The internet is meant for people to get knowledge. Now, anything you post that makes you to be exposed, it is not wise. And so, my beloved, listen to me in 2022. Guide what you post. Learn to absorb every shock you have in your family. Learn to absorb in yourself what you go through. Let me also remind you, you are not the only person that your in-laws are fighting. So keep your own story with you. Stop disgracing yourself on the internet. Now, there's someone reading your post and will be laughing at you because the person may be going through very hot fire more than what you go through. And so I would like to say this. If you also read the book of James chapter 1 verse 19 to 20 says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath." Now let me say this. If you are one person that responds immediately to people's speech, you will not get it right in 2023. If you are someone that gets, your nerves is always very active. The moment somebody matches your feet, you respond. 2023 is not meant for you to succeed. You have made these mistakes all the years. Learn to control your temperament. Listen to people speak to you. Analyze what you have heard. And then ask yourself, if I'm the one that said this to this person, and if this person had answered like this and answered like this, which one will I take? And then begin now to understand, want to speak out. And don't forget the first scriptures we read in the book of Ephesians 4:19. It says, "Let your words minister grace." Now, it doesn't matter who hurts you. Let your own word all through 2023 minister grace. Now, it doesn't matter who is speaking evil against you. Your people around you may just come, maybe your husband's people, your wife's people, your friends at work, your colleagues. They could say things to mock you. Don't pay them back with that same evil they've paid to you. Learn to always speak grace. Now, let me tell you, what you give is what you end up receiving. And so when they give you hot and then you give hot, the both of you will have hot. But when they give you hot and then you speak grace, even the people listening to you will drag the other person to the mud, and there will always be a statement, "This person did not hurt you. Why did you do this to this person?" And so I want to tell you that 2023 or achievement of resolution and plans is not meant for those that speaks on impulse. It's not meant for those that speaks before they regret and then restructure what to say to remedy the evil they have done before now. The success that you intend to see in 2023 is for those that are calculative. It's for those that reasons. It's for the wise tongue. It's not for people that just say. And so from today, even if that thing in you is pushing you to type, to post on Facebook, don't post it. You are not the only person married. You are not the only person that your in-laws are fighting. You are not the only person your husband or your spouse insulted. People are going through worse things than you do. Keep your things in your house. And also, when you are typing, whatever thing you are typing, to post on Facebook, check your language. Be polite, but yet be decent. And don't forget The internet we play with every day keeps record of everything you do, even when you yourself would have forgotten. I heard of a story recently how a young lady posted something on the net some years ago, and now she's getting married. And then somebody saw her post when she was still a young girl in the university, drew the attention of the husband to the post, and the young man said, "I'm not marrying again." And so don't think that everyone reasons the same way with you. Know that in this world, there are people that are hyperactive in the brain. There are people that are very, very intelligent. There are people that before they finish reading your post, they know who you are. And let me also say this. From the post, I know you that gossips. From what you post, every intelligent person will just read your post and know that this person is a gossiper. And so in this year 2023, my brethren, learn to communicate grace. Don't just speak because you are angry and you want to air your mind. Can I also shock you? Most of the time when you get angry, be silent. Process that thing in your heart. Give yourself some time. Diffuse the anger out of you. And then create a comfortable environment and time where you speak out that hurt. Let me also assure you, at that time you are going to speak. Number one, you are going to be in control of your emotions. Number two, you are going to be in control of your words. At that point, you'll be able to select your words with wisdom. Number three, you are going to buy the heart of all your hearers. And then number four, everyone will applaud you as a wise man and as a wise woman. And so hear me today, that you don't just speak because your pulse is pushing you to speak. Number two, you don't just speak because that person hurts you and you need to reply no. And you don't just speak because they have said something against you. Speak at the right time. Speak the right choice of words. Speak in a very conducive environment and speak to the right person. Choose your choice of words, and don't forget, release grace as you speak to everyone around you. And let me also end with this. The ones you grace, the one you give grace will give grace back to you. But the one you give words of hatred and hurt, they will replay the same back to you. And so I pray for you in the name of Jesus that in 2023, aside from resolutions written, aside from decisions taken, apart from plans that you have made, that the God of heaven will give you the wisdom on how to communicate, to be able to attract good persons to you, and how to communicate to control your emotions, and how to communicate so that people that would have been a destiny helper will not run away from you for fear of what they met you display. And so in the name of Jesus, receive wisdom to speak to people, and receive wisdom to absorb every hurt, and to know the right time and the right word to say. The Lord bless you, the Lord honor you. 2023 is your year of honor. You will never be disgraced anymore, in the name of Jesus.